This chart is amazing. I'm going to show it to you right now. It is a stable coin activity line with crypto spot volume. Isn't that amazing? You are my yummy friend. Why is that amazing? It's because, have a look closely. As crypto volume went down and we had the bear market times, stablecoin activity went up. That's wild. We've actually uncovered another use case once again for crypto. Now, we've already known about stablecoins. I've been here for a while, but they're actually, friends, the market is now really respecting stablecoins. Like stablecoin activity. So what we've done is we've built enough rails in crypto and then I guess products that people still want to use stablecoins no matter what crypto does. That is the first sign that the networks we're building will be able to sustain bear market collapses. But don't be a test guinea pig for the next bear market that comes. Don't be the first one to sit around there, okay? It's not worth it, okay? So this chart, friends, it was shown by Chamath Palihapitiya. So Chamath Palihapitiya, you know, one of the billionaire dudes, he basically, it's interesting that he's talking about stablecoins. Remember, I made my stablecoin wars chart. So my video out here, and yeah, pDAI runs in that narrative as well because it's one of the key like use cases out here. Like we've got, I've made a post to show you actually more clearly. If you want to know what are like the biggest product market fit, what is actually crypto used for? Well, we have Bitcoin, store of value. Okay, so Bitcoin's the only coin that actually consistently goes up in a bear market. That's number one. We have smart contract chains. So we have Ethereum, Solana, PulseChain, PUI, Kraptos, all these other chains. Okay. The third big use case, we have DEXs. Now, DEXs are so useful that Uniswap, the coin, is trash because Unisoy, pretty much the Unisoy labs, they just a bunch of bug eaters. Wife's boyfriend takes out their missus all the week and doesn't bring her back home. But the DEX is so useful, it's deployed everywhere. Okay, that's actually how we have PulseX, for example. You know, all these other DEXs, the technology was so amazing that it's used everywhere, even though the coin's trash. Fourth use case, we have meme coins. Now, Doge is the biggest meme coin, of course. Total meme coins valuation is 125 billion of all of crypto. That's amazing. So that's four of them, right? So you got, remember, that was store of value, smart contracts, DEXs, meme coins. And now the fifth biggest pretty much is stablecoins. Stablecoins are 200 billion. Actually, they're bigger than memes and they're bigger than DEXs. So yeah, they're actually third biggest, I think, of the whole industry. Yeah, so it goes basically layer one, so store of value, layer one chains. Now, here's the thing, is a kind of weird part. Bitcoin's a layer one chain. It's a layer one chain, but it's just in our minds, it's the savings vehicle. That's it. So that's what it is, okay? It's kind of like, it's like if you called gold an investment, you can, but it's not meant to be like that. It's meant to be your savings protection, your insurance. I guess that's what Bitcoin is, right? Bitcoin is your insurance in crypto industry. It's the base money. It's the only coin that comes back, pretty much. That can you reliably say without changing each cycle. Now, with stablecoins, friends, that's why pDAI might play a key role here because Richard Hart has targeted all of these. Remember, store of value, Hex, smart contract chain, PulseChain, DEX, PulseX, meme coin, you have incentive token, stablecoin, pDAI. No, you're probably laughing. You're like, how can you call Hex a store of value when it's down 99%? I'm not saying for you to pass judgment on the prices or anything out here. So they're just labels here. You know what I mean? But also, just think about these other things that exist. Meme coins are 125 billion in size, and privacy coins are only like 8 billion. So meme coins are literally 15 times bigger than all of the privacy chains. And what do you think is more useful in the world, friends? Privacy with your transactions, or like owning just a picture of a dog out here. Obviously, it's privacy. So it's not about like these price and valuations and the stories they tell necessarily. It's about like, I guess, moving on here going forward. That is very much what it comes down to, right? Because we're here to play a game, if you consider it like that. Now, I've gone through some PulseChain expectations of prices already from before. And obviously, we're just totally guessing, but I think we'll separate. What I'm doing is I'm separating the cycle from like between now and when Ethereum tops. So that's epoch 1. And then the next epoch is after Ethereum tops. So before the top and after the top. Before the top, we can go anywhere, like depending on how high ETH goes. If ETH goes up to $14,000, I hope PulseChain core coins do anywhere from 8 to 16x. You know, 8, 12, 16. that's pretty much it. So if Ethereum's doing like a 3 or a 4, I'm hoping we do like, you know, minimum 8. I'm hoping we do at least that before the top. After the top, I hope that we do the pDAI hyperphase scenario, and then we actually do like another 8x for PulseChain, which will do 8 times 8 is 64. So you get 30x day 1 sec. That's what I'm hoping happens. This is the pDAI price chart. Here's the thing, my friends. There's opportunity here. And remember, I love all the altcoins. Pika, Tangang, DickWifButt. I'm going to go through more stuff out here. It's just that if this whole thing's going to play out, this thing is still part of the keep. It's a key piece of it. Okay, so you can do whatever you like out here. I personally had DCA bullets coming in. I would personally, I'm securing pDAI stuff at least with more sincerity than the rest. Even though it's like back down to 1 or 2 cents. Doesn't really matter about this price point. Just like that's it. It's pretty much, you know, the theory, you know, the thesis, you know, the narrative out here. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Obviously, when you're moving forward though, friends, if we like, this is what I'm just hoping. Okay. I'm hoping by like June this year, if pDAI is 10 cents, I'll be euphoric. I'll literally be euphoric because that'll tell me that this thing is going to $1. And I want to show you, where is December of this year? It's right here. So you might find that pDAI gets to $1 by the very, very end, or right after Ethereum tops somewhere. And then the Hyperloop phase appears for PulseChain and everything else ripping up. Now, whether it happens or not, I don't know. Okay, I don't know about the timing out here. There's a lot of things that just obviously have not gone anybody's way out here, but I'm just showing you the outlook of what's going on. Now, remember I spoke about fart coins and stuff out here. This is pretty funny, friends. Fartcoin is 1.3 billion market cap. Butthole coin is 100 million. And then DickWifButt, friends, is only 2.4 million. So yes, DickWifButt, very, very low valuation. Also, do you know what they did, friends? This is why it's kind of funny. We saw like Gold Key made this funny post out here because I'll show you now. They launched, this is the thing, friends. When you're in a lower network effect, your IDs can get stolen. Not stolen, but they get moved off. They launched a DickButt on Coinbase, and it instantly went to, let's see how much it peaked at, 30 million market cap, like straight away. Look at this, 30 million market cap. I think because one of the Coinbase devs or the founder, Jesse Polk, whatever his name is, I think he got into it. He liked it. So pretty much everyone, it just shot up here, like huge. And that's why everyone was joking, like, no, you're meant to be our meme. We put the DickButt first. Yeah, but it's okay, man. Abundance mindset, friends. That's what we've actually noticed is, like, for example, let's look at MOG on PulseChain, friends. These coins, it is interesting. When we see a community out there in the rest of crypto go really, really, really big, when we actually see that, what happens, friends, is people on the existing chain value the coin more. Okay, this is MOG on PulseChain, by the way, friends. So what I'll do is, this is MOG, but this is the MOG PLS ratio. Of course, because it went up heaps, doing this volatile part down. What is it, down 70% retrace? But that's pretty much, look, that's another way to look at this stuff. Let me just check out the price ratio. It's the same chart pretty much. Okay. When you're looking at these, this is how you think about it. Okay, it's funny. It's funny. We're like, oh, you're worth a lot over there, so we'll just have like an ode of you here. It's literally like there's a Disneyland in America and they go make one in China. You know, now it's not worth as much as the one in America, but it's worth something. It's worth, you know, it's got the mind share in your mind, right? That's also when it comes to DickWifButt and valuations like this. I wonder if that DickButt on Coinbase going up makes people more excited because, hey, we have our own one on our chain too. So you got to think about what they are, friends. It's kind of like, remember, we're digital nations, but the networks like PulseChain and like, you know, Ethereum and all the layer 2 chains, whatever they are, everyone's trying to make themselves sticky. So they don't want you to leave the chain. That's what everyone's trying to do. That's why the stablecoin, as I talked about before, it's important to keep it there just to increase the odds that you never leave. So that you stay long on the chain. Because if you're there, you don't want to leave. That's why memes, cults, religion, friends, is very, very important archetype and framework to think about, okay? Because if you can get people using the stablecoin activity, well, you're immune from the crypto bear market. The stablecoin activity is like always going to be going up and constant. Well, obviously it goes up, keeps growing up forever, right? And that pretty much, it makes people glued to the chain of sorts. It really is like you are in a country. Like you're in America, you got your lawn. You're like, I love my country. I'm never leaving my country. You know, these people, nationalists, they love their country, love their flag. We have the same thing too. We have our sports teams' flags. That's what the chains are like in crypto. Speaking of memes, cults, religions, friends, this is my post that I've shown many times. Just a random point marker here. I think it goes like this first wave is like 8x, and this next wave is like, you know, whatever, another 8x. So I'm hoping we get something like that. Obviously, I don't pay too much attention to the timing of these things. Just hoping, man. Just hoping. We don't know. Everyone's dopamine is low. It would be great if pDAI just moves up. So if pDAI could get to that 10-cent zone by June, at least everyone will kind of like, you have this feeling of like, oh, by the end of this cycle, the puzzle pieces will be complete. There is risk though, man. I mean, look at this. Pulse ETH ratio is so low, man. It's literally, fans, bottom lows. It's literally basically at an all-time low. It's just like 2% away, not even. And yeah, it needs like more than a 4x to get back to break even from 3.5 years ago. So by July this year, it'll be 4 full years, still down 75%. Man, it's vicious, but that's a game, man. That's the game. You just don't look. You learned this lesson for life. You ain't ever risking anything remotely buying high ever again. Ever. Like, you see, like, this is the sad part about crypto, man. If people are like mildly excited about your coin, it's eventually too high. It eventually comes back around chips. Eventually, you just don't know how long it'll go up first. But yeah, also, friends, I've got a post here from Axis. So shout out to Axis, friends. It is important as well. So when we have all these theories and how things might look out in a year or two from now, remember, like, when we plan for this, we plan for like dark prophecy scenario where we're like, hey, what if Bitcoin never goes above 100K? By the way, we're actually, so friends, everything about dark prophecy and 5.3 Steve Cruz theory stuff, like, technically, like, the cycle could be over, right? It could. It just, you just don't think it is, because you're like, well, altcoins are so cheap, and we can see this from the others BTC ratio. So, like, I think it's important, right? So altcoins are so cheap. That's why I don't think the cycle's over, because altcoins are so cheap. But what if we just got a series of white swan positive news events that come our way? So like PulseChain's been like very dry for any good news in the past 3 or 4 years. But yeah, no one gives any probability to these things out here, because like you just had this world of like cucked governments and all these other negative stuff out here. Maybe it's, friends, it's literally as simple as Trump's inauguration is like the 20th of this month. And we might just start seeing February, just, okay, now that he's in, just amazing stuff starts happening, right? I found this hilarious as well. So you remember the sexy German ladies, friends? So the German government dumped 50,000 Bitcoin at 55K, which is I just can't believe they did that, dude. They literally dumped the coin. Like, bro, you literally just have the money printer. You can literally print money and just give yourself like the money you need in your account instead of selling it. I can't believe they did that. Now, this type of junk is on their websites as well, friends. Look at this. Somebody in the German government thought this was a great idea. Look at this. If you're a new immigrant to Germany and you wish to have this type of activity with a German man, check out the German government's helpful websites for instructions. Most German men will be happy to have these interactions with immigrants, but it's important to ask first. Oh man, like, don't worry, if you're in Germany, shout out to you. All our governments are like this, man. Most of them, they just totally lost the plot. Like 95%, every government out here, all of them lost the plot. It is an infection of soy. Everyone's just soy infused. Maybe Donald Trump comes in and markets start popping and GDP starts popping. And it's like, hopefully everyone has to like basically follow by osmosis. They just have to absorb what's happening. And then people get this idea. They're like, you know what? There are too many cucksy. No, we shouldn't like settle for there's just weird stuff coming out. You gotta think about that, man. Like they're like anti-crypto and doing all this wrong stuff, and they just have. I hope. Look, I want to be optimistic for the future, friends, but I know deep down it's all gonna come down to our prices anyway. But we can't look to these, I guess, these politicians or anything in these bureaucrats out here, especially the lactating man boob Eurocuck government, which we all know. And the Interpol stuff, because it was very revealing there. Now, what's going on, obviously, in PulseChain, I mentioned look, lately there's been another, like, you know, narrative circling out here. Oh, everyone's waiting for SEC stuff. Hopefully by the time, like, hopefully any day now, any moment now, SEC ruling. XRP though went up 2x on the SEC beating, and then it dropped 50%. Okay, but it was still the year before Bitcoin halving. It was too early in the cycle. So if PulseChain got a ruling win or a dismissal thing, maybe we go up 2x, flip screen on the weekly super trend. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to jinx it. I don't jinx it. It's just like everyone's sick and tired of it. I also, like, I think it's like, this is like the 19th nail in the coffin, but seeing people boycott the Hex conference, I know deep down what they're, you know, you can fool yourself and you can fool the crowd. You guys aren't fooling me, okay? You ain't disappointed in Matty Allen, brother. All right? You ain't disappointed in the Badgers either. You're disappointed in Richard Hart, okay? Don't pretend that Matty is the reason, like, you know what? I am now a moral superior being, guys. Don't act like that. We're not stupid, okay? I mean, maybe you can fool everyone. You ain't fooling me, man. You ain't fooling me. I know what everyone attributes. You know how I know this? Cardano, XRP, Doge, all these other communities with a cult founder ahead. Price goes down, they look to him. Price goes up, they look to him. XRP went up. They have the meme out here. They go, garlic breath, flip the switch. He flipped the switch. Joel Katz, flip the switch. Like, they always have these jokes out here. It's not jokes, actually. Sorry, it's jokes. It's jokes for me. It's not jokes. Absolutely not jokes. It's real out here. Same for Charles out here. So, yeah, it's the same thing when it comes to every other coin. So everyone looks straight for the founder, and that's what they feel. Because that's it, man. If you release a coin, if you make a coin, you are the source of the mindshare thing. So coin goes up, you're the reason. Coin goes down, you're the reason. If you can't deal with that, don't make a coin. Okay, that's number one thing. But yeah, so I want you to know, like, yeah, I know what everyone's trying to do. Maybe they're trying to have a moral high ground, but I'm just letting you know. Pretending like, you know what, guys? Finally, now, like, you know, now I can't take it no more. Look, you can't expect people coming in to actually care about things like this. They don't, man. They see a price down a lot and they see other coins moving. It's just, there's no one little trick. We know this. We know there isn't one little trick. Yeah? Unless you can get a unicorn like Elon Musk to come in, a white swan event, and just start shitting one coin. Okay? But for the most part, everybody is caught up in the same game. You have to take the longest view you can. You're playing the whole cycle. You want it to move up now, but you know, hey, it could move at the end. And yeah, there's also a risk it never moves. There is. But like I've even shown you, man, even EOS moved in 2021. Even EOS. With like 3 Reddit members left. I'm not even joking, okay? Because this is what I'm showing you, friends. Like, this is the Pulse ETH ratio. Okay, it's literally, man, you're down 75% after 3.5 years. Like friends, I'm not here, like, it's okay. People want to fight. People want to argue. Do your thing. Just don't blame Matty for this, bro. This isn't Matty Allen, dude. Okay? This is not Matty Allen, okay? This is people had expectations. Because they looked at Richard Hart. Where'd you get the expectations from, okay? It wasn't like you weren't watching Dr. Hexologist getting a prostate exam and thinking, well, Mr. Hexologist, my 100x expectations in the next 2.5 to 3 years of my investment is solely because of your great prostate exams. No one was saying that, man. They were looking at Richard's streams and him saying, we're going to win, we've won, bear market hedge, all these other things. That's what they were looking for. And they grabbed those narratives, they kept it in their mind, and the expectations completely warped versus reality. But yeah, we do need an SEC win if we want to flip green on the weekly super trend for PLS. So PLS is red now. It's red. Even though Bitcoin's 102,000. So, you know, a lot of you have been asking as well, how come PulseChain still sucks with Bitcoin at 100K for this long? And the answer is we're a function of ETH. So ETH needs to be above 5,000. Now, remember, I know, friends, I know what you're going to, because I say this, and then your next thought is, man, but like ETH is kind of near 5,000. can't we like kind of be pumping? You know what, friends? What you're asking for is you're asking for the market to be nice to you. Okay, you're asking for Mr. Market to be, oh wow, we've friends like live on this thing. We're back above the green weekly, back above the weekly super trend. So if we just go down a bit, like look how close we are. If we finish by in the end of the week like another 2% down, it flips red. But it is what it is. Okay, so unfortunately, friends, this is what you and I want. Okay, what you want is you wanted this to happen. Okay, you wanted. Can we please just go up like this in a nice staircase and just make money forever? You wanted that to happen. You don't get that in crypto. Only Bitcoin does that. Okay? Only Bitcoin does that. And then Bitcoin drops. Yeah. And then Bitcoin goes up for 3 years again. Okay? So up for 3 years, down, up for 3 years. That's Bitcoin. Okay? Altcoins don't do that, friends. Altcoins, okay, they can go up. They can most of the time go down though. They do that. And then altcoins, so as they're going down, okay, maybe Bitcoin's price is here, but altcoins do this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. They do that, all right? You just don't know when this thing's going to happen, okay? Yes, they do overperform Bitcoin. That's why everyone's here, but that's what you sign up for. Here's the thing, man. You probably say, hey, Sammy, no one told me I was signing up for that. I know, but here's the thing. That's why, once again, okay, friends, I'm picking up the pieces of everyone who's saying, man, like, I really thought Hex was going to be a bear market hedge. I really believe Richard Hart, because there's a lot of people say that to me all the time. They're like, hey, he got so many things right. So I really believe Hex would be a bear market hedge. It just looked like it would work. I know, man. I know. But now you've learned, okay? I know you didn't sign up for that, but that's why you had expectations that the guy would be right again. Not price performance. You're like, hey, you thought that the guy would be right again. I get it, man. That's Charles Hoskinson. That's Vitalik, friends. Vitalik, man. Friends, ETH, like, you want to talk about how tough market cycles are? Literally Vitalik. I mean, like, the guy is a unicorn himself, invented a freaking unicorn, you know, freaking like $1 trillion value adding guy. That guy, friends, he's pretty much under heat, because if you check out the ETH BTC ratio chart, man, it has round tripped back to here, March 2016. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? March 2016, bro. That's 2 Bitcoin halvenings. Can you believe it? You lost 2 Bitcoin halvenings of growth. Ouch. And your name's Vitalik. I don't know, I'm wearing a pill tester hat, friends. But yeah, that's Lord Vitalik lost 2 Bitcoin halvenings of ETH BTC growth. That is, man, I'm still shocked. My mouth's still open, friends. In a very family-friendly way. That's nuts, man. Look, but you might say, hey, are you going to call, is Vitalik a scammer? Now, here's the thing. Bitcoin Maxis call him a scammer, okay? There's about 10-15% of Bitcoin that's just full of Maxi. They call him a scammer. Literally call him a straight scammer. But we know Vitalik's not a scammer. But why? Because the price is down? Because the ratio retraced? Does that mean, but by the way, does that mean if he can get the price up, he's not a scammer anymore? You might say yes. So, once again, it comes down to candle goes down and people project their own stuff. Candle goes up, people project their own stuff. The dopamine cut off, the dopamine get in once again. Okay, and there's just everyone expresses their own ways of how they basically want to like navigate this cycle. Okay, so don't forget this. Don't forget this. This chart. Now, of course, we hope ETH/BTC goes up and then maybe like does a ding dong here thing, and then maybe the next cycle some free chip can appear later on. But still, don't forget this, man. Like, but before Ethereum gets to like get towards a potential like, you know, flippening, dare I say words like that, before it even gets to something like that, man, there was an 8-year round trip. Think about this, man. There's literally an 8-year round trip. 8-year round trip. Literally nowhere. My gosh, man. That's it's tough. So that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for Ethereum to break the high. Yeah, and yeah, you don't know what type of altcoin action you're going to get. Some altcoins go early. Some altcoins go in the middle. Some altcoins go very late. You just don't know, man. And then you can get tricked, by the way. In 2021, there are coins that went early, then they stop early. Okay? So it's totally random. That's why I've just told you, hold all the coins and believe in something. And then maybe we'll just hit a point in the cycle where we're like, you know what, there's been too many top signals now, friends. It looks like we're running out of buyers all over the place, and the next 12-month outlook is more likely a bear market for crypto. And maybe there's a 50% chance of that. So you got to be 50% USD, 50% whatever portfolio altcoin allocation you have. Maybe that's where we are looking at in Jan 2026. Okay. Look at all these companies holding Bitcoin though, friends, on their balance sheet. All right. So think about like Axis's post where we're like, you know, like, even though we keep, here's the thing, man, you know, we keep preparing for the worst case. I always do that. But worst case keeps happening in most of the time. It keeps happening. You keep preparing for worst case. It keeps. Eventually, though, man, you keep preparing for a worst case. There has to be a good case at some point, right? Like, look at these fundamentals of, for example, Bitcoin. Bitcoin's getting actually added to these balance sheet stuff out here. Can it happen for these altcoins? Can finally, like, Chainlink turn around and stop being a piece of trash scam? Friends, I don't. You got compared to Hex, Chainlink was like a gold token, but no, friends, Chainlink is absolute garbage. It's down 80% against Bitcoin since 2020. That's right, 2020. So basically, it's almost 5 years you're down 80%. It's just, it's tough, man. It's tough. You know, XRP is down 55% against BTC in 11 years. It is what it is, man. But yeah, think about these, man. Maybe one day we see more Ethereum news soon. Yeah, and hopefully Ethereum gets to that $7,000 mark, and then we enter that next epoch phase and stuff out here. Don't forget, you're my yummy lollipop. Like, subscribe, press the belly button, and all. Catch you next one.